If you have pain in your forearms and the burning, tingling feelings in your palms of your hands or your hands, sometimes it's just burny, tingly. Sometimes it'll feel almost like dragging a knife through your forearms, pain in your forearms, especially burning in your feet and tingling in your feet. This is not in your head, and it is a significant symptom of B12 deficiency. Most of B12 deficiencies are due to pernicious anemia. It is completely underdiagnosed. And by the time it's diagnosed in people, if it ever is, you can have permanent nerve damage. It causes subacute spine deterioration secondary to pernicious anemia. That's a mouthful. And for me, my back would blow up about every 2 to 3 months, and I would sometimes be flat on my back for 3 weeks. So that's like 3 months a year. And it's been doing that for about 7 years, and my feet and hands have been burning for about 15 years. I just thought it was me. Thought it was my meditation practice had made me super sensitive to very subtle sensation. And it wasn't, I was functioning fine, I thought. When I had my pernicious anemia big time crash this summer, it was during a fast. And I was fasting for polycystic ovarian disease because it responds really well to fasting. But I also had completely depleted any B12 stores that were in my body. And I burned so bad, it was insane. Like I wanted to run into traffic. It was like I would walk around like panicked in a circle thinking, oh my God, get me out of this body right now. There better be an exit plan or I'm going to exit. I can't live like this. Insomnia. I dropped 20 pounds from 150 to 130 in about 3 weeks. I was shaking. I had tremors in both hands. Couldn't even type on my phone. Total no appetite. I had to force food in. I was nauseous. I had vertigo. Terrible burning. Excruciating pain. Now, within a week, when I first tanked, I started gobbling oral B12 because we have a friend who's a neurologist, retired, and he said, oh, that sounds like B12. So I started eating oral B12, but I'm not absorbing. And then about a month, 4 to 5 weeks after I was acute, I was starting to get a little bit better, but I was still really, I was like, I can't live like this much longer. I went to the doctor. They did my B12. My serum level came back at 500, which is low normal, right? Well, I was gobbling oral. So when you're gobbling oral, it shows up in your serum level, but 90% of that level is not getting absorbed. We have no gold standard test for pernicious anemia. My blood iron level 15 years ago was 4. The only reason I'm alive today is because I turned into a health nut and swigged wheatgrass juice, and I've been juicing, and I've been doing all this alternative health stuff because mainstream medicine did nothing for me but basically tell you, oh, it's all in your head. You're having a panic attack. Well, I think that my former husband, Tom Kuhn, died of this. I think he had the extreme pain, the fatigue, the insomnia. His weight went from 210 pounds to 160 pounds before he took his own life because you were in such excruciating pain and because the doctors basically tell you there's nothing wrong with you. It's in your head. Both of us were in that experimental HSV vaccine trial at the University of Washington Viral Disease Clinic 30 years ago. And our health went down and autoimmune set in, and we both were really sick 10 years after. He took his life, I became a health nut. It has been quite the journey. But if you have burning in your hands and your feet, B12, start digging. Pernicious anemia, I know this is going to be backward on there. There's tons of stuff about it. There's a society in the UK, Pernicious Anemia Society. I think it's .com or .org. Check it out. I joined it. It's 20 euros a year. Good luck.